Thanks very much for watching, guys. And if you enjoyed that clip, all you got to do is tap that link and you can watch the full show. There's going to be lots of Valentine's cookie talk, apple pie talk, and of course, good old apple juice and water. Thanks very much, and get those winners. So, recording that, and now we're on to the last game. And I'll tell you guys, this is my favorite game because I chose this game special. I was like, I gotta choose a Patriot League game. I am the Patriot League governor. And the Patriot League governor has chosen Colgate versus Army as our final game for the show. So, with Colgate and with Army, Colgate obviously had their game postponed recently when they were supposed to play Boston University. And listen, they've been doing a fantastic job in conference of winning games and dominating their opponent. They're undefeated on the road. And with Army, Army's been an ATS gem. They're 9-3 ATS on the season. They made you money, but so is Colgate. Army's just made you a little more money because they played more games. They were allowed to without the COVID shutdowns. The difference in this game for me is the fact that Colgate shoots the 3-point ball so much better and defends it so much better than Army. And Army's free throw shooting, if it's going to come back to haunt them, this is the game that it's going to do so. Originally, I looked at this line and I was like, wow, I'm going to take Army on the spread because the line opened at 5. It's down to 4. And the total opened at 142.5. And you can see and get anywhere from 143.5 to 145. So a variety of different numbers that you can get on this total. And when it comes to the side, I think that there's a little bit of value on Colgate, but I don't think that there's enough to warrant me making a play full game. This is a spot where I definitely think that Colgate can win this game. It's just going to be a matter of what group shows up. We've seen them look bad in games against Holy Cross. We've seen them look good in games against Holy Cross. We've seen them dominate BU, but the last time they played this Army team, they lost by 2. So that was coming off the heels of a 40-point win plus. I think with Army, this is a spot where it's all about the number. And if you give me a number under 145, I have to take the over in this game. I don't think the fact that these teams have played against each other twice already really has a lot of merit. I think that Army naturally is a better first half team, and I think that Colgate is the better second half team. So in theory, I would be looking at Army first half at 2.5 or 3, and then I'd be looking at taking Colgate at -4 full game. But I'd prefer to bet live second half on Colgate. Obviously, for show purposes, I can't do that, and I'm going to have to make a decision. So the decision simply is going to be, I think that both these teams are going to be able to get to the free throw line against each other. I think that both these teams are going to be able to make enough that the total doesn't fall up 2 or 3 points short. And like I said, if I see a line and a total on this game that is under 150 and under 145, it's just an instant play. I think with Colgate, they have a lot of talent, but if Jordan Burns has an off shooting game, that could really hurt our cause. We need him to be effective at getting to the free throw line, effective from the 3-point line, and we need guys like Nelly Cummings and Keegan Records and Tucker Richardson also to have offensive games. These guys do a good job of crashing the defensive glass. They need to be able to turn those defensive rebounds into transition opportunities and have multiple guys that are facilitating for each other. I think that Colgate and Army are going to have a fast start. I think that this game is going over. I'm going to take 143.5 as my pick for the game. And I will give you my lean. I'll say that Army first half and Colgate full game would be my lean. But for the show, I'm only going to take over 143.5. And that's available at Bet365. So I think that this is a line at -110 that is cashable. The Vega is acceptable. And with the familiarity of these two teams, it definitely does give you the give you the inclination that maybe they lock down defense on each other. But if this game's close, it's going to be some late game fouling. Hopefully, we don't need that. But if we do, that hopefully will be the thing that puts us over the edge. It is important to note that both these teams are exceptionally high first half scoring teams, and Colgate's a very good second half scoring team where they on average in conference put up 44 points. Both teams shoot over 44%. Both teams combine for 16 threes. The only issue is Colgate's defense on the 3-point line going to be a stout where they only allow 5 makes and 24% in conference. Lots of free throws because Army misses a lot of free throws. Good ball movement. Both these teams combined for 30 assists and 14 steals, and there's not a lot of rim protection except for Keegan Records on Colgate. I personally think that this is going to be a game that finds its way over. Said it a couple times. I feel strongly about it. Not telling you to put your mortgage or your kid's future on it. Don't freaking trade your kid to your local. Don't do that. Human trafficking is not good. But I'll say this. Put your standard unit bet on this, and hopefully we cash. So, Army over 143.5, minus 110, available at Bet365. Now, forgive me, I will take a sip of apple juice. Usually I have breaks to take drinks when I have a host.